We are live, baby, on a Wednesday.
Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Oh, well, I guess that takes away some of the surprise. Freaking Casper Rooney is back in the house, baby.
Whew.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of digging this music. I couldn't find the daggum. Couldn't find the freaking... couldn't get back to the main screen. Welcome, everybody. For those of you that's watching this online, I am your here every time host, Big Drewski. And I have with me a familiar voice that's not been here in a while, Casper, the co-host. Welcome back.
What's up, friends?
Oh,
I'm an
dude.
intern now, by the way. I
An
officially
intern.
deemed myself
yeah.
intern. Did you see that?
I sure did, yeah. Oh, Casper, he officially works for the greatest establishment
That's right.
that's ever been established.
Literally the
that would
greatest
be
of all time.
the Little Tangerine Show. I'm trying to pull that up too while we're getting this rolling. Now, I am a little upset because I did have it figured out to where I could actually incorporate the TikTok messages. I guess I could go. Well, now if I go live, it's not going to matter. But we need to get your TikTok built up, though. So,
I mean, my TikTok just got 800 views this weekend. I don't know what you're talking about. One video.
Our problems are over.
I mean, not really, but I haven't posted in like 6 months. I got it in
Yeah.
like 2 hours. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's not bad. But we're going to pull up. Casper officially has a page now.
I
Guess you're wondering
do.
what we're talking
I do.
about.
On
That
Facebook,
is
we're talking about.
on
There it
Facebook.
is.
Casper the host. Let me just go. I'm just going to go ahead and blow this bitty up. Let's take a look at it. Oh, yeah. You got the power. You got them balls running
Oh,
through the
yeah.
Power T.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got the-
Archon State, baby.
Yeah, Archon. That's what I'm saying. No.
That's
Had
the
such a good
one.
time. Had such a good time. We had to call it EMTs. You got the picture here. I don't. Oh, you look like you just stumbled on the greatest conspiracy theory known to man in that picture.
I'm gonna see if I can.
We're just gonna low key just take a dump on your page.
I could probably get on Rumble now.
Oh, you liked my video. Oh no, you shared it.
Hey, go. My favorite part of this, for those of you watching, if you happen to see this, go down to my pictures I posted. This is this is the research section about all of the things that I've done in my life. Go to the album about grilling. There's a grilling album.
I need to get
somewhere.
like one of those intros we were talking about before the show that just says, "I did the research."
Yes.
Pics or it didn't
like
happen.
the shirt I have.
Oh, okay. You hit me too many things at once. Hold on.
There we go.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that is some not dry brisket, which we don't see in our group chat that we're in very often.
Yeah.
You're not in, but
put them on blast. Yeah, I'm not in there anymore, and I don't think anybody's figured it out. So,
you know, good looking brisket. There is one in there that's a little Easter egg for you. If you go back, I'll tell you which one. Yeah. If you can close out of that or whatever, we're just keep going through.
Connect it to
Do you see it yet?
Look
at that thermometer one right there.
Oh, yeah, I see what you did there. You bastard. What's funny is mine has the same one now, and like every time I go to grill, I'm like, good times. Inside jokes for days. No,
Listen, y'all.
247 says I'm going to the Tennessee versus Roadrunners football game September 24th. We're doing a live podcast episode right now. We never do those, but I was just so happy to have Casper back that we just were rolling. Oh, we got some dirt racing pictures. We're Tennessee football 247. Do what?
There is more Tennessee pictures in there too.
What, the cover?
Well, like in that album, I put up some more pictures going to Tennessee games, but we don't need to continue to go through that.
Okay. Yeah. I was just having a good time. Let's see here. How do we? Went to Tennessee Tech University.
Yes,
that's true.
Golden Eagles, baby. Hey, by the way,
I am honored to have. Logo. I am so stoked to have you with all your experience though. Because I mean, by God, you've been podcasting since 2016, baby. Oh
I
yeah,
just wanted
all
that to
that
be below
experience.
my current employment. Does it have the description on there?
Tried to make it work. I freaking love it. Oh, I'm just like I said, I'm just googling.
Class.
If only for family members, you should put "married to the game" or
I did have
something
to put
stupid.
married because, I've been told by a few that I have a sexy voice on here, so,
I
my
mean,
wife she was really wanting me to put married just in case,
yeah, I think you got a
ladies were
sexy
coming after
voice.
this.
I think you got a sexy voice.
Yeah, I
Tennessee
bet you do.
football 247. We're doing a live podcast. We're just kind of on the spot. I mean, Johnny on the spot here. Like I said, we're so excited because Casper has been back. He was on a sabbatical. Um, so it's just not been the same without you. And I literally, the thing is now that we've done video, it's hard to go backwards. And
Yeah.
so like tried to hop on here and do one, but I just was like, I don't know where to look. Like it's like it was just weird. So then I found myself staring at the screen, and I'm like, it's not the same. So I went back old school. I just threw on the old uh, headset or whatever, and freaking just went for it. Tennessee football, yo, what up? Yeah, y'all feel we're gonna get into some big announcements here in a minute too, guys. Stick around. But Casper Rooney,
Yeah.
uh, anything you want to say to the people?
It is good to be back, and, I guess, Big Drewski told y'all I was gone for a while. It was, I miss being on here, but had a lot of things to do with some difficulties with my family, and, my mom did unfortunately pass, and, it was a hard thing, and, we're moving on, but, uh, thank you guys. I know that some of you guys on here made some comments that were really nice, and I
Yeah, I
appreciate
mean
your thoughts and prayers.
there
It was
was a
definitely
lot of people between just I mean Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, because I mean obviously you were gone for a few weeks now, so I mean it was like everybody's like, hey, where's Casper at, man? Where's he? And so I'm like there for a minute. I was like, he's out of town, but then. But yeah, no, like I say, we're glad to have you back, Little Tangerine Show family. But yeah, no, everybody really was concerned about you in at work here, real life. Like I said, I miss you. I know that. So
yeah. Well, I appreciate it, and, like I said, I'm glad to be back, and looking forward to, bigger and better things coming on, than what's been going on. So,
yeah,
uh,
obviously,
but hey, I'm here because my mom bought me this microphone, uh, and this little podcast setup that I use because she thought that I need to make a podcast, which I tried for a little while, but haven't done one in a while. But I've enjoyed being on here. So,
and then
uh,
Destiny led you
that's
here. My
right.
God,
That's
and
right. If
it's
she she would not be a fan of all this Go Vols nonsense, but it's okay.
mm, mm,
Just saying. Just
yeah.
saying.
So, it was really comical because like it was literally like Casper came back because I mean we work together, so I don't. I know we've talked about that before on the show slash podcast. So he came back to work Monday, so I was like, okay, cool, Casper's back. But it was funny because like I just was like, so like I didn't want to push you or nothing, and then like we just were chit chatting, and yesterday you're like, oh, I got to go out of town or whatever, and then
Yeah,
so then we were talking today, and it was like, I mean, you want to, because for those of you who don't know, we pre-record the podcast usually, and then we post them later and air the episodes later and stuff. But I was like, you want to record an episode tonight? And he's like, you want to go live? And I was like, okay, sounds great. So yeah, we kind of threw some subjects and stuff together, but honestly, we just want to hop on here and see what was going on. I wish that I could incorporate TikTok because TikTok was popping pretty
yeah,
hard last week. But I've got like three different softwares, and the software that I use to bring TikTok and all the messages and stuff in. It was difficult bringing someone else in, so I have to figure that out. But I'm trying to find our notes.
We are gonna
Oh,
get that worked out,
well, I
though.
mean, so I've got the list of notes in front of me, but, I mean, anything you wanna start with in particular? I mean,
Ah,
besides the announcements, which, like I said, we'll get to that here in a minute, but, not trying to cuck you guys too hard on that, but,
oh, we might be, though.
maybe, I don't know. I'm
Thursday,
pretty excited.
baby.
I
They
mean,
might have to
if you
wait till Saturday, damn it. Just kidding, I wouldn't do that
ooh.
to y'all.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, if you're following the podcast page, you should already know technically, because I told the podcast page, but I
Yeah,
did everybody else, but,
yeah. So,
you know.
in other words, go follow the podcast page for those of you that aren't.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best thing to do because it's pretty exciting, especially if you're a Vols fan. If you're a college football fan in general, I guess it's exciting, but especially if you're a Vols fan. So I'll go ahead and get into the first bit of business here.
Alright.
That was pretty cool. I got a chance to hold the ball, baby, that went
The
through the
mother effing ball.
uprights for the greatest college football game ever played, Bama versus Tennessee this year, and it's pretty cool. That dude that is to my left, your right, is Chase McGrath. That's the leg that pushed it through the ball through the uprights. So I got to hold it. It was pretty cool. My whole thing was like, I was like, if I meet Chase, by God, I'm going to hold that ball. T. Fitty actually reached out to me. He wanted me to sniff it, and I was like, there's kids here. Uh, there was kids
Yeah.
there. I just couldn't bring myself to sniff the ball, but I got close enough, and it did smell a little bit like Bama tears for sure. They're still on my page crying about refs and everything else or whatever. But no, it was a pretty cool moment, which I got trolled a little bit for that. But I got trolled a little bit for it, but I'm like, like some people was like, "Oh, dude, that's so sad. You guys are showing off the ball, blah blah blah." And I'm like, I mean, dude, like I would be just as excited. Well, maybe not just excited, but I would be excited. I don't care if it was the ball that ran back in the Iron Bowl versus Bama. I don't care if it was, whatever. I mean, a big time college football game like that, and you get to hold literally a piece of history. I thought I was pretty stoked, Vols fan or not. So I thought that was pretty cool. And Chase is a good dude. Now, I'm trying to think because this is live, but I'll just go ahead and tell the story because I got nothing. But so when I was talking to him, I was like, "Hey, bro, you want to do a podcast episode?"
Yeah,
I
you
didn't say
were.
it, I didn't say it exactly like that, but I was like, "Hey, man, what's up? You want to do a podcast episode?" And so he said he was interested, but so I told him how I was going. I'm not going to give too much info, but I told him how I was going to contact him. It was a certain form of social media. That was what he said was his preferred. And so I was like, okay, that's cool. I'll do that. But then I went to use that social media, and apparently you have to pay money for a check mark in order to message people. So I don't know. We're gonna see if we can figure out a way around that. But he said he was interested, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But no, pretty cool. I mean, I can't remember if I told you some of the stuff he was talking about. But T50 was one that was like, "No, dude, there's no way that's the same ball. You
And
don't know
I
what you're
got
talking about."
I got a real important question before we go too much farther about what you talked about and everything, but I'm just gonna go ahead and ask it. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Was that ball like flat, have a knot in it? Was it tied crooked? Why in the hell did it not go straight? Because when he kicked that thing, I had a heart attack because I thought it was not going to go
Do
anywhere
you really?
near through the
So is that
upright.
is that like a legitimate question though?
That's a legitimate. I mean, did you watch the actual kick? Like the
I did.
ball
That's
looked like
why.
a duck.
Well, so I may see if I can pull up a clip of that kick. Um.
I mean,
So now I
I don't
thought
need you to pull
I
up a clip.
swear
I remember it, bro.
I swear no. I swear I thought we talked about this because like I noticed it in real time and I talked about it later, but the ball was tipped. You
I never thought pull it up. I don't think the
you
ball is
never thought it
tipped.
was tipped? No, it was 100% tipped.
I
He
thought it
can
came
tell
off its
us.
foot weird, is what I thought.
No, no,
We
no,
talked
no.
about it being tipped, but I really thought it came off his foot weird.
No.
I don't remember it changing direction, but so the reason I said is I actually like in the last week, I have had a lot of time in the hospital. I've seen a lot of videos on Facebook, and
Oh,
that was
yeah,
one of
baby.
them. And I was like, "Oh my god, that kick was so bad." Like, nobody cared because it went in, but it really wasn't good.
Tennessee football 247 says it's crazy how I upload anything about Bama, and then there's South Carolina fans in my comments saying
Jeez, bro.
63-38. I get the same thing, my brother,
Listen,
and you're right,
Bama
it is
fans
annoying.
and Georgia fans are all just as bad at this point. It ain't good. It ain't
So
good.
I don't know if it's going to let me know if you can hear it, Casper. Uh,
Mm,
hold
I
on,
can't
it's
currently
I
hear
think
the ad, but
I think it's muted. Well, either way, it's probably better. We'll just
yeah,
break
yeah,
this down
yeah.
because I mean, if they're gonna get mad and take this video down, they're gonna do it regardless. So let's at
Can you
least
just
make it harder.
yeah, can you just hit full screen on that so I can see it?
Yeah, I may have to do this on my gaming laptop
No, it's
though.
fine. Just hit full screen.
Well, it's like buffering a little bit.
These YouTube ads are out of control, by the way. While we have a brief minute. Oof. Oof. That ain't good.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
That ain't good.
So we're gonna fast forward, obviously. Oh, this is like a highlight play thing. Okay, here we go. I may have to try to. I think there's a play speed on here. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna slow this down, but I swear I thought we maybe it was me, you, or me and
Buddy,
T Fitty, but
are we watching
I
this
seen.
green? Are we watching these green and purple lines right now?
What do you mean? You don't see it?
No. No.
Oh, hold on. Let me try my gaming lab.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I wonder if YouTube's got it
I think they've got you
blocked.
shut down, buddy.
Maybe.
That's
Hold
all
on.
right. That's all right. So everybody's listening to the podcast. It's time for you to pull up the Tennessee versus Alabama field goal video, okay? And
Yeah, just
what
pull
we're
it up.
gonna
But
do here is we're gonna watch this kick, okay? And we don't want to watch the highlights to get to the kick. We just want to watch the actual kick. That's all we care about, right? Like we know Brew McCoy. Don't forget that name. You're gonna hear it a lot this year.
oh yeah, baby.
All right, so he
Let me
lines
see if
up the kick, and at this point, I was
watch it.
about to pee in my pants.
Do you know how
Okay,
to adjust the speed on it to where
I
you can
don't need to
slow it down?
adjust the speed on it because I'm a man. Okay,
All
look,
right, fine.
I'm not fancy. I don't need to be fancy. I'm watching this on my phone. Okay,
Oh
I
Lord,
I just
that's a
don't.
whole nother episode right there.
Oh
But go
God,
on.
don't look. This iPhone's 7 times better than your damn Android, and you know it.
I don't know.
I
No, I did the
I
research.
just
Look
think
at
it
the
was a duck,
stats.
man. I
The
mean, you can
stats
say
say
it got tipped.
it
I
definitely
don't think it got
like the
tipped,
video
but it
says.
scared me. That's all I know. Okay, that ball was not flying normal after it left the line of scrimmage at a bare minimum, and it just. I was curious, what Chase's thoughts were on that situation because he ain't talked about that one that I've heard.
Uh,
Uh,
well, I mean, like I said, it's that. Well, that's why I need this. Let me see. I'm still see if I can get this to work because I
it's
don't know
not
if
going to
it's
go
just.
on the screen, but you can talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, worst case, like I'll edit this part out, but if I can get it to work, I mean, because you can definitely see. Hold on, let me see here.
We
Can you hear
noticed that
audio?
might
Yep.
cause some problems
Okay,
on some punts and field goals.
I'm gonna go full
Paxton Brooks.
screen. I'm gonna mute that way we don't make it any harder or
What
easier
is
for them to
this
sue.
20-minute video we're watching? I mean, I pulled up the field goal video. What is this?
Oh, I don't know. I just googled the first thing that popped up. Too many screens. Well, there's where they missed theirs.
This is it.
Is
No,
this
no.
it?
Watch this. Watch this. This is the pass to get to that. This is great too. By the way, this is classic content. This,
Oh, Brew,
yeah.
Brew, baby! Look at how iconic. Oh,
Oh wait, that
Hendo is.
wasn't
Oh,
Brew.
that's
No, Brew's the
Keaton.
next one. Sorry. Still though, I mean, just 9 seconds ending.
Oh,
Look
here
at
we
him. He
go.
just
Oh,
look at
dude,
this
this is.
stud.
We need to freaking do. Let's go. Oh man, I swear I'm about to be like. Let's just
Well,
go
just
back and rewatch some
no.
games
I
on
don't want to
here.
do the. Oh, I
Not
don't do
no,
the
not tonight. Not
rewatches.
tonight. Not tonight.
I
I'm
don't
just saying.
rewatching's not my thing, but this game right here is different. Okay, I mean, it's just.
JP78 says Casper needs to get his own show back on track. He's got
Yeah,
a
well,
dirt
see,
track car.
JP thinks he knows something every once in a while. He don't.
I'm guessing. Do you know JP? Is that
Oh, I
who
know him
you're
pretty
talking
well. Yeah, I know him pretty well.
about?
Yeah.
Oh,
If anybody
okay.
needs if anybody here is a fan of iRacing, hit up JP. That's all I'm saying. RockyTopRaceRaps.com.
Oh wait, this is that brute catch right here.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I guess they ran another play.
Best timeout
Okay, here we go.
all time from the best coach of all time.
It's getting to it. Playback speed. There's the man, the myth, legend.
Yes, sir.
Oh, here we go.
I wonder how he was feeling before this kick. I mean, he
said
missed a couple leading up in this. I mean, like he
basically said, now it could have been all bull, but he pretty well said, like, I mean, it is what it is, dude. Like, I trained for this. That's what I'm supposed to do. Like, but watch. Oh, by the way, he said he loves when coaches ice him because it actually gives him more chance to simmer down. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we're watching this clip for those of you that are listening to the podcast. Although I'm gonna try to put the video up with it, but he actually said he loves when coaches try to ice him because that actually gives him more of a chance to calm down or whatever. But he pretty much just said, like, I mean, dude, it is what it is. Like, that's why, that's my only purpose is to put that ball through the uprights. So
yeah, and this is the part when like everybody at the house is like walking around like, oh my god, are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do it?
But yeah, when this pulls up, I think it was 47, maybe. I don't know if that's 47.
And
but just keep your eye right here, right in the middle. So for those of you that listening, he's lining it up, but watch right up on the middle there.
No contact.
No, he definitely tipped it.
Not from that camera. You can't get it. I'm sorry.
You can't see it. It's the other angle.
You can't find that one though. See, it's kind of like 9/11. But either way, here's the deal. Either way, the ball went through. I was just curious if it had a big knot on the side of it. So is the answer no? Is a normal football?
No,
normal pigskin. That's my question. To quit Googling angles, it's fine. We're good here. Golly.
Dude, when you get me on something, it's hard to get me off
something. Look, you post this later and tag me on Facebook. Nobody cares about this other than me and you. All right.
Oh, I care about it. This is, I mean, our shining moment. But yeah,
no. Hey, so real talk though. So our other highlight that we talked about the other day about the Alabama game last year. This is my full-time season highlight from Tennessee 2022-2023. Okay. For those of y'all that don't know, was when the dude puked and stared a guy in the face and started shaking his head. That is the highlight. While I was in the hospital.
Crawford.
Yeah, and watched all those videos. That was the one that I'm just like, hell yes, let's play football. I don't know why. I hope they put that in the intro song on ESPN this year. They should. Like, that should be in the intro video. I know it's disgusting, but it really should be.
They released the hype video the other day, and they said Tennessee was heavily featured in it.
How can they not be? Did you see that place?
I mean, that was our year. Well, just in general, man. I mean, rushing the field, all the game day moments we had, Pat McAfee singing Rocky Top, Jeremiah Crawford puking, the girl that almost, flopped her bosom out on live TV. I think that was during the Bama game too. That was like one of the most rewound moments of, I mean, it was our
game days. 2 game days last year. Dose.
In Knoxville?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I had a few more than that, but Tennessee Football 247 says I'm watching the Browns and Jets preseason game. Yeah, literally.
Is Aaron Rodgers playing? Important question. Is Aaron Rodgers playing, and has he hurt himself yet? Because I hope so. I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry.
He's too old, man. He can't get it done anymore.
He never got it done to start with. Ever.
I think, I was going to say they won.
I mean, all the stats once he got it done.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
he said, "Can't say that."
I'm sorry. I don't want him to get hurt. I really don't. I just don't want him to play because I don't like him at all.
Yeah, I mean, well, so for the record, okay, it's not anything personally against Aaron Rodgers
fans.
Well, it's against one fan, really. We know a guy. I'm related to him, but we know a guy who's like he claims to be a Packers fan, but really what it is he's a Rodgers fan. and he just, I guess, got lost in his baby blue eyes one day or something, just never fully recovered. But he's just like a Aaron Rodgers whack off, and like literally, he thinks like Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback that's ever lived. Nobody's any better, can't touch him. I mean, he literally thinks that like just Aaron Rodgers is it, and yeah, he has forever ruined me on anything Packer. Like that's one team that I mean, I probably hate the Packers more than I do freaking Bama or maybe even Georgia. I don't know. It's up there for me.
I don't know. Maybe.
And it's like it's kind of funny because it's like I feel like I would have maybe had a shot of liking Aaron Rodgers, but he just completely ruined that for me.
Yeah.
But so we might as well go ahead and get into the announcements before we go any further.
All right.
And so first off, I just want to say that last year was awesome. Not that this year isn't awesome already. This year's awesome as well. Last year was awesome. For those of you who are familiar with my stuff at all, and just wherever you stumbled across my stuff at, it all kind of sort of happened by accident. Like I was putting out funny videos and stuff and whatever. And like my biggest goal, which not to get too corny, but me and Casper was talking about this off air, but my ultimate goal with all of this stuff is, to just make people smile, make people laugh, have a good time. Me and Casper, we just love college football. We love sports, in general. I mean, even like I'm a big fan of like professional fishing. He's a big fan of racing, all that stuff. But we just like sitting around talking sports, especially college football. But like it just kind of happened by accident, and then it blew up. And during football season, I mean, we were getting millions of views a week and stuff on TikTok, and it all just kind of happened. And so last year, I wasn't really prepared for any of that. And then coming into this year, it just all sort of, I was like, okay, I'm going to try to organize everything. But last year was basically about growth. This year, I'm just like trying to get back and have fun and just enjoy it and do as much as I can, with whatever, you want to call this, my platform, my pages, my whatever. But it's been awesome. And that's because you guys. And so in light of all the support that I got last year and, that me and Casper have coming this year, I want to do more, and I want to, be able to not only help people, but just get more people involved in stuff this year. So we got some pretty big announcements. So I don't even know how to really cue it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and post this on the page, but on the official Little Tangerine Show page, which, like I said, you guys need to check that out anyways. But lined up for the podcast, we have, as of right now, 4 former Tennessee Volunteer greats. And then we got some other stuff lined up too. But so far, we got Jonathan Wade, who he played for the Vols back in early 2000s, went on to play in the NFL for a while. Nowadays, he's more known for being Coach Wade. And he's, very, very successful in the coaching. He kind of does his own thing. He doesn't like work for a school or anything. He's got like his own school and stuff where he teaches defensive backs how to play and stuff. And he's actually produced some pretty high recruits. So pretty pumped to talk to him. We got Sterl the Pearl Hinton, baby. The DJ that is the sound for the Tennessee Vols at Neyland Stadium. If you've ever been to a game and you see that crazy dude with the, headphones that's down there dancing and, all that stuff, that's Sterl. Super excited to talk to him. We got Chavis Smith, who's a former offensive lineman. He played, and all these guys kind of played in the glory days or whatever, but, Chavis, he still lives around Knoxville. He's actually, Casper's probably debatably the most excited to talk to Chavis just because he owns Smith's End Zone Barbecue, which they have some amazing stuff online. Like I've not got a chance to eat it yet. I can't ever catch him when I'm free, but and then the fourth one is, Albert Hainsworth, which if you're a Vols fan, he really needs no introduction whatsoever. But played for the Vols, went on to play for the Titans. Actually, I'll leave that up for a little bit more. Played in the NFL for a while, and then which I mean, there's a lot of people that's excited for him to come on because obviously he's got some stories. And I can't wait to bring all these guys on, relive the glory days, talk about what they're doing now, what they think about the program now. But the list is growing. Okay, we've got a bunch of other people queued up. I just can't talk about it because it's not official yet, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But also, we're planning on doing some giveaways and stuff. I'm trying to do some giveaways on each episode. Um, you know, just to get people involved and stuff. And we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. So if you hadn't already, make sure you're following the new Facebook page. I say new. Technically, I created it a while back. However, I just kind of haven't really used it up to this point because, I mean, the Big Drewski page has a lot of people on there and a lot of followers and stuff. And so it's just kind of, I need to get out of the habit of using that one for everything and using the podcast page more. But if you're not following us on the podcast page, you really need to check it out because there's stuff going on over there that you may not see on the Big Drewski page, and you don't want to miss it, especially if you're a Vols fan. But one thing, if you go to the Little Tangerine Show page and you click on that post that I just shared, which I'll pull it up again. But if you look down at the bottom, or actually, no, I'm sorry, it would be. I think I made a comment on it, but either way, comment on that post and pose a question, and we'll ask. I'll pick a few out and we'll ask them on the show. So anything you want to ask these guys, check it out. They're super excited. I'm super excited. Big Orange Nation super excited. Everybody feels that energy, man. I mean, obviously, Casper, you're down around campus pretty much during the week because of work. You can feel it, dude. Like it's different. It's electric. It's bringing back nostalgia for me being a Vols fan, growing up around here back in the glory days. Everybody had car flags. Everybody was pumped up. It didn't matter if you walked into Hardee's or Gus's Good Times Deli or Hound Dogs or Sam and Andy's, or I'm totally trying to give out some local pub to some peeps, but didn't matter where you was at. Every table you walk by, it would be like, yeah, I mean, them Gators gonna be tough this year. Like, yeah, I mean, I think we can get 10, and it's like that's back everywhere you go, and it's like literally, it doesn't matter if you know that person or not. All you gotta do is look up and be like, so you think Old Milton's going to bring it this year? And they're like, oh, dude, yeah. And just, I mean, it's like it's the community, but everybody's pumped, everybody's excited, and I mean, this might be TMI, but I just feel like I'm walking around with hard nipples 24/7 nowadays because it's just, and like the further we get closer to football season, it's just like, but I can't freaking wait, dude. I'm so excited.
Yeah, everywhere you go, man. Like where I skipped like a month of life, I miss like the build up month, and it's like I know we still have a month to go, but everybody is like, we're down here, and now we're like up here already, and I'm like, dude, we still got a month to go.
Yeah, I mean, it literally feels like we're about to explode and bust at the seams, and I'm 100% for it, dude. I mean, I'm so pumped and ready to get the season going. I know, well, we had planned on doing a lot more up to this point, obviously, but I know we had talked about it. I think your official stance was, I think your pick was 9 regular season. Mine was 10 regular season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, but I also said I hope I'm wrong, just for the record.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason why I kind of put my number a little high because I was like, well, I would rather be wrong and overshoot, but please don't hurt me, Knoxville.
Yeah, I like being wrong sometimes. I'm wrong a lot. See, what it really is if I would have picked us like win, we would have lost like probably 10 games. So, my record's
really
just so bad.
Sometimes,
but
bro.
I mean, that's why anybody, when you do this college pick'em game that we're doing this year, when you go in there, just be sure that you just look at mine and make sure you pick opposite. You're probably pretty good.
Actually, that's a perfect segue. So again, now I may have shared that on the Big Drewski page. If not, I will share it on the Lil Tangerine Show page. But we are doing weekly pick'ems this year, and that's something we're going to do every single week.
I'm pumped.
Looking forward to it. I know me and Casper like to trash talk anyways, but we got a lot of people that like to trash talk, at least on my page. So we're looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm gonna put a link on the Little Tangerine Show page. But yeah, weekly pick'ems. It's gonna be through ESPN. It's not gonna be any crazy, third party apps or nothing like that. So yeah, and I'm gonna do that right now. So before I
contest details to be announced.
Contest details to be announced. And to be honest with you, I'm still working on it. I'm working on some gift cards. It might be Amazon gift cards. If you're local, might be Hound Dogs gift cards. Might be some Hendon Hooker Tennessee Vols rookie cards.
Might be some Little Tangerine Show swag.
Might be some Little Tangerine Show swag. Depending on how excited folks get. I have something that is.
Wow.
I have something from. Let me see if I can.
Oh wow. Don't say it. Then you're
committed. Near and dear to my heart. That I had considered giving away to those of you that's watching this video. If you're not watching the video, then you're gonna have to go on Little Tangerine Show and look at it. But I'm holding something up right now that I had considered giving away that is authenticated right there, but it's by a certain player that left last year that a lot of people like. So I considered giving that away. I mean, dude, the possibilities are endless. I mean, and I'm super stoked. But like I said, the theme for year 2 is we want to give back, and we want to, give back to all the people that's hung out with us. I mean, Ed, he was listening to us when he's on vacation. Ryan is a Georgia fan. He tunes in every week. I mean, we got all these people, Jack, all these people that listen all the time. Hated Vols fan. I'm just running through people, but Band Moms Rock. And we just wanted to give back. And so we're going to be doing some giveaways. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. It's going to be stuff that, especially if you're a Vols fan, you want. But we're going to include everybody because I know a lot of people that follows me on the Big Drewski page likes college football, but they're not all necessarily Vols fans. So we'll be doing probably some Fanatics, some Amazon, different stuff like that. That way everybody can get something, right? Well, okay. Disclaimer.
I mean,
not
I'm
everyone
gonna win it all. I mean, I don't know what.
Oh, I'm talking about just regular giveaways. But yeah, we haven't determined an exact number for the weekly pick'ems, but we'll make it worth your while one way or another. But yeah, it might be $50, might be $100 if you win, might do some swag. We're going to try to do some weekly prizes, but yeah, we're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff this year. It's going to be good. So again, and I'm just, again, shameless plug, make sure that you go and follow the Little Tangerine Show Facebook page because that's where a lot of this stuff is going to be. So I'm really trying to get to where my Big Drewski page isn't just a complete, college football dump on, as far as just posting stuff all the time. So, but yeah, super excited. I know Casper's excited.
Oh yeah.
So going back to the notes, so we're already talking about Tennessee stuff. Let's just go ahead and stay on the topic of Tennessee stuff. So you have some good news. Yes. That you wanted to share that you didn't even tell me about.
Yes. So as we talked about on the show before, I have a job that allows me to drive near the hallowed grounds of Neyland Stadium on a weekly basis. And I mean, when I say near, not on the grounds, near the grounds. And it's just in all its glory at 5:00 in the morning, 5:30, the dark, you get to see all these things. But a couple things I wanted to update you on. First of all, the construction, it looks like they're wrapping that up. And the biggest, most important announcement for all of my fellow Red Solo Cup individuals. The beer has been delivered to Neyland Stadium in 2023, baby. I saw the Cherokee trucks pulling out at 5:30 in the morning on a Wednesday, and I was like, "Oh, it's getting close."
like a majestic pony riding
Oh,
through the night, baby.
I don't know if I've ever seen more beautiful sight than a Miller Lite truck back then in Neyland Stadium ever in my entire life. So
By
it
God,
was
if
great.
that ain't an ad, I don't know what it is. I
I
had a
know,
guy
right?
last week on the live. He was a Texas A&M fan, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm coming up there for the game, and super excited about it. Never went to Neyland for a game." And I was like, "Okay, here's the thing." It's like, so for the most part, Knoxville's pretty cool, pretty chill. Let me know, and I'll give you some advice on where to go eat at, where all the good spots are. But yeah, like, so I don't know what you're gonna get. Like, I mean, I was like, normally we're pretty chill, pretty laid back.
Oh no, we're gonna make.
Texas A&M's not a hated rival or nothing by any chance, but beer is back in Neyland, so I can't promise anything. And he's like, well, that's what you get when you go. I was like, yeah, but like, we were rowdy when we sucked. Now that we're good and we're drunk,
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Let me tell you. There's two things. First of all, you said Texas A&M. Nobody cares.
Yeah,
I would not go. Yeah, look, to any of you Bulldogs out here, I know we have a few. I know there's one that's near and dear to my host's heart. I think his name's Ryan. Is it Ryan? Big Ryan?
Yeah, well, we got a few.
Mr.
I
Durmax
mean,
King, I think. Durmax King, something like that.
especially
He
last week. Well, J
he's
Dog's a good one too, and
all these
Ron.
Bulldogs out here, but listen, this is not the year. Okay, this town is waiting for
Oh
that
man,
fateful day. Okay,
you're really
y'all started that bull
you're getting it
crap.
rolling.
Y'all started that bull crap last year, and you said we got the loudest stadium in America. It ain't even
Loudest at
closed in.
Arfield.
It's not even closed in. What do you mean you got the? Oh my god, I'm gonna get fired up.
Loudest at pumping
And then,
artificial sound in. By
yeah,
God.
just remember, your own lineman went on the Bussing with the Boys podcast. What did he say? Neyland is numero uno, baby. Numero uno, number one. And y'all are gonna get every bit of that you want this year.
I mean, dude, like I said, man, like, so I don't remember if it was you or T Fitty, or I was talking to somebody this week. Well, I've talked to a lot of people this week, but it's neither here nor there. One was an infamously famous Florida fan that found a lot of love up here in Tennessee, but we're not going to talk about that yet. But talked to a lot of people this week, and one of the I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Tennessee fans catch a lot of heat, and we get made fun of a lot, and we've been the butt of jokes for so long that it's just, people love to make fun of us. But the thing is, okay, the reason why they love to make fun of us, much like Cowboys fans, which I will admit, making fun of Cowboys fans is great, but we've been down for so long, right? Our fan base is so passionate, okay? Through thick and thin, we've hung around because we're not going anywhere, okay? It's just Tennessee Vols for life. And because we're so passionate and we're so loyal and dedicated, we've hung around this long. So it's like every time we have a bad season, it's like, oh, you thought you're back. You thought you're back. I mean, dude, one thing that I will say about the Tennessee fan base, the real ones, like, we're loyal AF. Like, we've not went anywhere. And, you see all these other people, like, and, it's with every fan base, but especially like Bama in Georgia, you see somebody and they're like, yeah, man, roll Tide, by God. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm a hardcore Tide fan. I've been a Tide fan for 6 years. Okay. I committed to the Tide. I transferred from Michigan 6 years ago. That they had my fandom, but they just weren't going to get, so you see like these fan bases, and I mean it's usually the good ones, but some of these guys that's out here rooting for Bama is on the verge of rooting for Georgia, and then back in the day they were rooting for Miami, and before that, and so our fan base is loyal. Like we've stuck around, and so yeah, make fun of us all you want. Like, oh yeah, y'all think this is your year. You think you're back. What? At least we never left. You know, that's
Yeah.
my biggest thing. At least we never left, dude. And the reason why people hate us so much is because, dude, we're passionate and kind of annoying if we're being honest, even when we suck. So by God, if we get good, it's going to be unbearable, and like I understand it, but I mean, it's just there's nothing like it though. Like my no team will ever get my fandom as far as college football goes. My number one spot, anyways.
Oh yeah.
Michigan's my unofficial number two because my wife's
Oh,
grandfather's from
why?
my
Michigan.
wife's grandfather's from Detroit, so that's
Okay.
kind of that's kind of my number two
I don't know
because
how I didn't know that. But
I've talked about it before, but probably I've talked about it before, but probably when I was just like flying solo. But yeah, my
before
wife's
you like
grandfather's
me.
from Detroit. He's hardcore, like I mean, like we're talking Pistons, Tigers, Wolverines,
Yeah.
Lions, like to the core. So, I'm like, man, I would love to see him get one more.
Well, he's gonna need a new coach to do that. Sorry.
Well.
Wow.
we're
I just
gonna
can't help myself. I'm sorry.
yeah, although to be fair though, he's doing better than that dude over at Ohio State. He's got his number.
The
But
last place in the
the
playoff.
yeah,
Oh,
oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
yeah, the first one to get knocked out, Ohio State, but guys. But yeah, so that's my official kind of number two, and it's just, and that'll probably always be my number two, just because he's
Yeah.
tied to it. But if I'm being honest, that numero 30 might be
Oh,
might,
baby. The
might be a little
Buffs. The
might be a little
Buffs.
small spot up there in Boulder, Colorado, with a very eccentric head coach.
The
I like
Buffs,
what he's doing,
baby.
dude. I mean, like, I don't see how you can't like Dion. But yeah, so Tennessee Vols fandom, dude. There's nothing like it. It's
No.
I'm so freaking excited. But yeah, beer is delivered, dude. That's much like the first cold morning dew or like the first frost of fall. Winter's around the
I'm getting
corner.
thirsty. I'll be right back.
When you see them beer trucks rolling out of Neyland with them deliveries, football time, baby, is right around the corner. And I'm 100% for it. All right, let's see what Casper grabbed here. Nothing like it. Somewhere in Tennessee, a redneck just gained wings as soon as you pop that can. Oh, so notes. Like I said, normally we pre-record these. We wanted to go live tonight just because we freaking missed y'all so much. But okay, so we went over Neyland. You wrote. Oh, okay. So continuing on with Tennessee Vols stuff, which by the way, I can't remember if I told you or not, but apparently my vacation week is going to be the week of the Gators game. So like I'll be down there, and I really hardcore want to try to go to the game, but like where we're going to be at's like 4 hours away still south. So I was debating on maybe finding a local bar that I won't get stabbed at. If not, I might just see if I can find a park and or a local spot and grill my own gator. I don't know, but so I'm
Yeah.
gonna be down there. I've got to figure out something. I mean, I'm gonna have my orange and white on. Although I've got to be careful because where we're gonna be at is very, very. It's sketchy to say the least. Certain parts of the not too far away, you can hear pop pop, but either way. Looking forward to it though, but. Casper, I mean, Florida heartbreak, perhaps. Should Big Orange Nation? How am I going to word this? Should Big Orange Nation be worried or aware? like
I mean, why
prepared.
so here's the deal, guys. I'm just gonna lay it all out on the line. So ever since last year, it has been I say ever since last year, but apparently I can't look at a calendar. It's kind of like a lawn crew that doesn't look at the weather.
They're out
Sorry.
there. They're out there. It does happen.
But listen, it's been my life goal since the Florida game last year. Last year during the Florida game is when I started my tailgate tradition, which is to make breakfast on the griddle, and I enjoy it. French toast every time. Period. It doesn't always have to be on the griddle. You gotta have French toast. So, but my goal this year for the Florida game was to have a banger per se, smoke a gator. Okay, a gator, as in the kind with feet and a head and a tail all connected, and just put the whole thing on the smoker and have a party
If
while
you
we
hadn't
whoop that
picked up
ass. You
on
know what
it,
I'm saying? Like that.
he's low key trolling me because I said, "Well, hey man, worst case we can get a little tenderloin or something on there, get a little gator, breast or something, get a little chunk, just
Are
throw it
you
on there to
are
throw
you
some
picking
on
up my low key troll? Uh, but anyways, so that was my life goal. Like that was a plan, and like
Like
I.
he's literally talked about it for like
Yes, for like a year,
364
pretty much.
days.
And so anyways, yesterday I was on the way down to Chattanooga. I was talking to my buddy Big Drew here on the phone. I was like, man, pump football, because like where he was saying, where I came back to work this week, everybody is like, look, we are right here, this level,
Mhm.
okay. And I was pumped, so I was like, all right, we're gonna get this party scheduled. So I'm driving, not on Facebook while I'm driving, but anyways, I was trying to come up with like an event to invite some people over, for the smoked gator I was gonna do. And so I went to look at the date of the game, and I have some very, very bad news. I already bought tickets to another sporting event at the exact same
Mhm.
time. Please don't punish me. And I'm gonna have to go to Bristol instead of watch the Florida game or tailgate and smoke the gator. So um,
Mm.
I am a Vol. I love Vols, but I did already buy tickets to go to the Bristol night race, which is my
Yeah,
100% favorite race of the year, and I've been like 20 years in a row or something at this point. So I'm going. Sorry, it is what it is, and
it
we will try to do
is.
it next year, I guess. But I was heartbroken. I almost cried. And I thought I do have like this thing in my head, and I haven't run this past you yet either. I could take the Gator and the Smoker to Bristol Motor Speedway.
That is an option.
Also, while we're on this topic, and it's something we can discuss later as well, whenever we're on real live. But do I wear Tennessee stuff to the race at this
I don't
point?
see why not.
I feel like that's something I have to do, right?
I don't see why not. Like, I mean, well, I would, but I'm not a racing fan either. So,
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, Chase Elliott kind of sucks this year anyway. So,
Oh
um,
yeah, but you want to know who's on a tear though? My God.
Uh, listen, I hate to tell you, but if I had to bet money right now on a champion, I'd probably do it. And hopefully for him, I hope he does, and he retires at the end of the year. Like that would be the
So
shit.
you said you'd bet on who?
Martin Truex Jr. in the 19 Bass Pro Shops Toyota Camry TRD
It's
from Joe Gibbs Racing.
I'm gonna need you to give me a second. Hold
Yeah.
on. What?
Oh, he did
You're
win more
telling
than 3
me?
races, by the way, for those of you that are
Oh yeah,
keeping
I did
score.
finally. So I gotta be
Mr.
careful
Aaron
how.
Rodgers fan, if you're out there.
Yeah, I gotta be careful how I word this. But yeah, so we got a. Honestly, I wouldn't care to bring him on. Just to be honest with you,
He's gotta
for
do better than
for
I mean,
for one episode, just because of his new update. But we know a guy who races in Xfinity. He has raced NASCAR. Who's Like, we know him pretty well, talk to him pretty consistently.
I've never met him. Well, I met him like twice. I
Yeah,
talk
like
to
I
him
said,
on a
I'm
regular
trying to
basis.
think of how to word this or whatever, but yeah, so which ironically enough, he is going to be racing at Bristol. And I did tell him, I was like, "Hey, bro, listen,
Oh, don't you go down that road.
for $20, what we got to do to get
$20
for $20? What we got to do to get a sticker on that car?" He's like, I
I
mean,
can put it underneath my fire suit, maybe.
it's like, I mean, I could put it underneath the brake pedal, or I think his exact words were like, I think we could probably hook you up with a spot under the dash. So maybe we'll have a little Tangerine Show sticker on an actual race car, which I guess I need to get on that because we're around the corner. But yeah, no, he's gonna be racing or whatever. So like I don't know, we might go, but we'll see. But yeah, he's gonna be with the new team. So yeah, I mean,
Is
like I
he?
said, yeah, I mean, he's gonna be with a new team. That's official. That is official. What? What, you think I was like breaking some whatever, some crazy news? Tennessee football 247 though says, do you think Tennessee will get new jerseys this year?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That'd be a new smoky gray combination. We're on contract with Nike through 25 for that.
They do normally pop out some new jerseys. What color combo would you want to see?
So, did you
I
not
mean,
see where they
like,
were leaked? Have you not seen this? Or not leaked, but they're selling them at Dick's. Have you seen it?
no,
Yeah,
I have
so
not.
it is a new smoky gray with it's like the top half is orange, like the shoulders is orange, with gray underneath. I have a feeling they might do it with an orange helmet. That's just a guess, though. As we said, they should do last year.
Well, I mean, honestly, they pretty well ran through all of my bucket list items. I'm trying to see if I can find what you're talking about. The new one. They pretty well leaked on mine. I mean, the only one I think we talked about was we want to see a complete orange out or whatever. I think.
Yeah, orange helmets with orange shirts and pants. Yeah, we need that this year for sure. Georgia, 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 Georgia.
That would be nice. Yeah, I don't see.
We're not gonna do it though because we lost the orange helmets. It is what it is.
Yeah, there is that. Oh God, that was such a disappointing day. That was the most hungover I've ever been in my life. That next morning, waking up after that one. Yeah, I don't see the new alternates. So I guess if y'all end up watching, so like whether you're watching this live or you watch the edited version later, if you're watching this right now, let us comment on here. Let us know about that. But yeah, no. So wow, my ADD kicked in so hard. So the point of bringing up our buddy that races was So the funniest part about this is, and I don't know if I want to show my hand too much here, but I doubt he watches this anyways. But so, truth time. At the beginning of the year, I told Casper, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna start trying to watch racing a little bit more. Um, because I used to watch NASCAR when I was younger. And so I literally just kind of picked a driver. I was like, hey, Marty Truex Jr., baby. He drives for Bass Pro. Seems good. All right, let's root for him. And so I just kind of picked him because literally just drove for Bass Pro. And so that that tickled Casper a little bit because he just is like, okay, yeah, whatever. Well, then the clash comes up and he wins. I'm like, oh yeah, baby, we're already winning races. And he's like, okay, well, that one doesn't count. And so I just started trolling, not really Casper, but our buddy that races. And he's like, no, listen, you don't know what you're talking about. He's not even close. He's not even going to win 3 races this year. And Marty Truex Jr. has in fact won 3 races this year, plus the one that didn't count. So just went on an absolute tear. It was just a fit of luck. By the way, while we're on the subject, Casper absolutely hates when I say Marty Truex Jr. because his name is
I like
Martin
it now. Got
Truex.
used
Oh,
to it.
you're
Got
hey
used
mate.
to it.
You know, I'm out here doing God's work. Next,
Yeah.
we got to get you accustomed to is whenever I say tornadoes.
Absolutely not.
For some reason, I call them
You
tornadoes.
can
Those beautiful little hot dog things you get at the gas
you can tell
station.
he's a truck driver.
I call them tornadoes, dude. Yeah, I mean, doot, baby.
Oh man,
Ten,
yeah, you can
so
shove those up your butt and around the corner to the left. You can do with
to
them.
the left,
Tornado
every
that.
swing you own in a box. Okay, so Tennessee Football 247 says, I want to see Joey Logano go back to back. Thoughts on that, Cat? Let's just turn this into
Bruh.
the
Tennessee football
caution
too.
flag
First of
contemplations.
all, hold on, man. I gotta. All right, so I have the 2 most hated drivers in the sport at this particular moment in time, in my opinion. Denny Hamlin's number 1. Joey Logano's number 2. Nobody likes Joey Logano. He's such a piece of crap. Like, he's just obnoxious little whiny, hairless, big-eared, shell Pennzoil Ford driving, Penske driving, no good for nothing piece of butt.
So,
Nobody likes him.
as a
Nobody.
fellow NASCAR fan, Denny, I couldn't even get through it. The whole thing with Denny Hamlin though, flexing on them people with that trophy thing was pretty funny.
What are you
Was it
talking about?
was that this year? Was it Denny Hamlin
You
that
like
the
what
dude
the
that
one he
went
got
to?
disqualified for?
I don't
He
matter.
he
I
won
mean,
and got DQ'd, and then Chase Elliott got the trophy from him. Is that what you're talking about?
the one wasn't he like sitting there eating waffles or something with the
Yeah, he got
trophy?
disqualified. The trophy wasn't even his. He's a loser.
That makes it even better. But
He's
yeah,
been wrecking everybody this year. See, Denny's new thing is he just says, "Well, that was hard racing," and he just runs them in the wall. That ain't hard racing. No, that's wrecking. It ain't racing. It's wrecking. And then he goes on his podcast, which Caution Flag Contemplation is probably better than his shit ass actions detrimental podcast, just for the record. And he's like,
is that what
"Well,
it's
I
called?
mean, the way I see it is you should just race everybody you want to be raced." And then he just goes and wrecks people. So I hope people start wrecking him. And I hope they beat his skinny little Virginia loving ass.
Virginia
Sorry, you
history
opened up a
lovers.
can there.
I did. Hey, Tennessee Football 247. He wanted to know your thoughts on racing, and I just opened up the window there for you. So, Casper, now I guess we'll have to figure out. I might be flying solo on the live, or you might be on there later for the Florida game.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, it depends on the race and game, and what happens.
How many or how much hydration you had at the race?
Long
Yeah.
day up there, Bristol.
So, keeping on the subject of balls, which I did. We talked about reformatting the show a little bit to talk about everybody else first, and then go to the ball stuff afterwards. But we're just throwing that out the window tonight. But next best game to attend.
Yeah. So what I meant by that is, like, obviously, we all know, like, if you're gonna go to a Georgia game, a Tennessee game this year, Georgia's the one you want to go to, right? Like, everybody knows that. So what's the next best one after that, though, on the schedule? Like, that's what I was trying to
Best
figure
is
out.
in like affordable.
I know. I mean, you can make your argument for either or. I think you should post this on your page as like this is a good
A snippet.
starter, but no, not the video. Just ask the question. Like, it's
Hey,
I'm trying to figure out. So is it like better? Like, should I go cheapo, like Austin P, UTEP, whatever, UTSA, whoever it is, or should I like go Texas A&M, South Carolina? I do kind of want to go South Carolina because they're pretty much on the shit list right now too.
South Carolina is definitely going to be the redemption game. Everybody's aiming for them for sure because they are the season killer. they freaking, they ruined Georgia's season in 2019. They ruined ours last year. Debatably, they ruined Clemson's as well, because I guess Dabo likes cooking burgers as well. Um, you know, uh, so a lot of people's looking at South Carolina like they ruined our. And I mean, to be honest with you, they were just a little underrated. I mean, they had a experienced quarterback who I mean, he's about as consistent as a McDonald's ice cream machine, but he's experienced and he just happened to turn it on. you know
Having to be fixed for 2 weeks against
which
2 orange teams.
which I mean, like me and T Fitty was talking about this week. I mean, Tennessee historically, we've always had a problem with, we've always had a problem with making average Joes look like studs. We've been doing it for years. I mean, like, not that these guys weren't necessarily good, but they just played their absolute ever loving minds out back in the day. But Rohan Davey, Byron Leftwich, I think Dexter McCluster put up like 200 and something yards or something all purpose on us one year. I mean, it's just on and on and on. These guys that come in here that literally never do anything else. They come in against us and just play their minds out. I don't know. I don't know if it's just because everybody wants to knock UT off, or we're getting everybody's best, or our defense, whatever it is. I don't know, but yeah, he played out of his mind and whatever. But obviously, I think me and you've talked about this. T Fitty disagreed, but I think if Jeremy Banks plays that game, I think it goes differently. Obviously, if Hendon Hooker doesn't get hurt, it goes differently. But a lot of people's looking at them like they just ruined our season. To be honest with you, it's SEC night game. Me and you talked about that. So, I think they're slightly underrated. But yeah, South Carolina is definitely a great one to go to because it's going to be rocking. It's going to be hostile. South Carolina and Georgia both, it doesn't matter if we lose every other game, those are going to be hostile. So if you don't go to the Georgia game and you don't want to break the bank, I would suggest South Carolina because, like, again, that's a redemption game. It's still expensive, but slightly less expensive. Texas A&M wouldn't be bad because they are a decent team, but just to be honest with you, I feel weirdly uncomfortable about Texas A&M, dude. Like, I don't know what it is about them,
It's
but
Jimbo Fisher, that's what it
I
is,
mean
man.
but like they've got a lot of 5 stars. They've got a lot of a lot of talented guys. And so, that would be another good one. But to be honest with you, I could, as weird as it sounds, I could see them coming in and knocking us off maybe.
Yeah.
But now if you are going to go to like a no-name game, UTSA has a high-powered offense, respectively. I mean,
Also,
for their
might be like 100 to 100.
maybe, I mean, for their size of a school, their offense is like for some like pretty high powered. Now, if you go to the Austin P game, keep your eye on one gentleman. Now, I don't know if he's. I'll look it up real quick. I don't know if he's red shirted or not. I don't see anything, but I don't know if he's red shirted or not. But if he's not, keep your eye on Malachi Dowell. I talked
Yeah.
about him a lot last year. Highly. So last year, and I'm trying to see if I can pull up his high school stats, but so he was very close to breaking Jalen Hurd's Tennessee State rushing record. He missed it by just a few. But I mean, he was putting up like ridiculous numbers, 200, 300-ish yards a game, like on the regular. Yeah, let me see here. I'm going to pull that up while we're talking about it. But yeah, Malachi Dow is just an absolute freaking beast. And he played, it was like 5A, 6A, something like that. Not real sure, but but he's an absolute beast. Like I said, I was trying to get him recruited for the Vols and I just couldn't. But so he rushed for 3,201 yards. Second all time. He was like 156 yards short of Jalen Hurd, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he missed the majority of a game against Wilson Central with a hamstring injury. So if he plays that game, he breaks the record because I mean, literally, he averaged like 200 plus yards a game. And that the last game he had 296 yards, 3 touchdowns. But yeah, so if you're going to go to a small game, UTSA is kind of high-powered offense. Austin Peay has Malachi Dow. Even if you're just watching the game, keep your eyes on him because honestly, I could see him playing for Austin Peay for a minute and then going over to Kentucky or Vanderbilt or a team like that. Like he's going to eventually work up to D1. I don't know why he wasn't recruited. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to get into rumors or nothing. Like he seems like a good kid, but I don't know if it was grades or just it sounded too good to be true. I don't know what happened, but like Tusculum, I think was one, Maryville College, and then Austin Peay. Like he got virtually no recruits, and he's like middle-ish, eastern-ish Tennessee. It's like in between Nashville and Knoxville, I think. But for some reason we never looked at him. So keep your eye on him. But yeah, and then other home games, I mean, we got Vandy coming in, but I mean, and then I think we got Mizzou. Here, I'll pull up the schedule.
Mizzou.
But my number 2 would 100% be
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah, because
Fair enough.
Let me see here.
Fair enough.
I'm going to pull the schedule up just to be safe.
No, I already did.
We're a little underprepared tonight because we were just like, want to go live? Okay, cool. But normally, like we'll just record it and then we'll add overlays and stuff later, which we will eventually. But Tennessee Football 247 says the South Carolina game will be electric. Yes, it will. He also says I am going to the UTSA game, so that's pretty awesome. I would like to try to go, but I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming this year. So, but I was thinking about going to the Austin Peay game though, just because I want to see Malachi Dow play. But that's neither here nor there. Other notes, ACC. What's going on there? Clemson obviously doesn't have the cojones to come over to the SEC.
Well, let's back that up a little bit. So I think it was ESPN. I'm not sure. I think it was ESPN. Started not reporting but rumoring. the rumor is that Clemson and Florida State are gone, done. It's over, done with.
To be fair, we've talked on this podcast a while ago about how Florida State was talking about leaving and that they were looking elsewhere. And, Clemson's name was getting thrown around, but Florida State has definitely been, on the list.
Yeah. So, I mean, overall in that situation is, we can get in this whole conference debate, but I think what's interesting is the timing. I feel like, if you're going to leave, it feels like, wouldn't you kind of want to do that in the dead time of the year? Kind of just so everybody forgets about it. Like, why are we doing it now if we're leaving? And I don't know. It seems like you should have been doing that in June. I don't love the timing on that. I think that this move, I think this Texas Oklahoma move is really gonna. I like the SEC, but I think letting them in was a mistake, and I think it's going to screw up with our entire conference situation. I think we're going to end up with 20 team conferences. That's what I think we're going to end up with, personally. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just too many.
I don't necessarily think that Oklahoma and Texas coming in was a mistake. I think,
we got to kick somebody out, though.
I was going to say it's debatable, but I think Texas A&M and Mizzou coming in might have been a mistake, though. Like, I think at that time we were kind of grasping for straws. We being the SEC, we wanted to get into Texas, but we couldn't keep it. We couldn't keep it uneven. So it's like, Mizzou was kind of like the ugly girl that was with the hot girl's friend.
Yeah.
And so we were just like, oh, would you like to come to the party?
Yeah.
You're invited if you want to.
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, Clemson, I know they don't want that SEC smoke though,
No,
obviously.
but I mean, at Big Ten smoke, hell, I mean, they'll probably compete.
I mean, yeah, that Big Ten smoke
Look,
going there.
look, bro. How's Ohio State feel about that?
I know, right? No, they're gonna have to actually
I
play
mean,
some good people. That's what
Michigan,
I was saying
they
when you
might have
said
to
that.
play a
That
game before December. I mean,
when you said that Big Ten smoke, I was like, I mean, you, you got 3 charcoal soaked briquettes.
I
I
mean, if
mean,
I was Florida State and I sucked for the last 5 years in the SEC and the ACC, I probably want to go to the Big Ten too because I know they ain't got nobody who can play football up there.
I know, right?
Nobody.
Like, so, although I am interested to see how they do in the cold. I'm interested to see how those teams do in the hot too.
That
Because
stuff don't matter no more, man. I don't think temperature matters. I mean, I know there's a couple people that'd be like, if you're wearing a green jersey and it's less than 17 negative degrees Fahrenheit, but I mean, you know,
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, you get somebody that's not used to that Florida heat, though. I mean, that's I mean, we're not going to get into weather because we're not landscapers, but
yeah.
we yeah, dude, it's so funny. Sometimes I think about all the inside jokes we do on here, and like, you know, I'm I love them, but some people's probably like, I don't. What are they? What are they going against landscapers?
Hey, all the
But,
landscapers out there, we really appreciate y'all listening. I know I used to do that stuff. I know you guys listen to podcasts, so thanks for tuning in. Please
yeah, I mean, dude,
continue to do so.
we've gotten so much love this past week. It has been ridiculous. Now, like, obviously tonight we're going live on an off night, so like nobody's paying attention. A lot of people's actually, I keep thinking it's Wednesday. I was about to say a lot of people's at church, but it's a Thursday. But
Oh,
dude, we've gotten so much love the past week. It's been awesome. The podcast page is doing pretty good. The Big Drewski page is doing pretty good. You now have a page, so you'll be able to work into the mix or whatever. But it's been freaking awesome. But yeah. Now, so I was unprepared. A new segment that we're trying to do is a fan question of the week. I do not have that ready this week. So what I want to do, however, though, is we're going to transfer the fan question of the week to next week. Might be the very next episode. Not sure. It's still working out the schedules, but next week we're going to be bringing on Jonathan Wade. Pretty excited. Um, so fan question of the week. Whatever you want to ask Jonathan, or for that matter, whatever you want to ask Jonathan Wade, Sterl the Pearl, Chavis Smith, or Albert Hainsworth. Submit those questions in, and we're going to pick some out and read them. But hit us up. That is a new segment that we're trying to get going, and I know that's Casper's favorite segment. It's my favorite segment, but I'm 100% unprepared this week, so we're going to move into our second favorite segment of the week, called Your Dumbass Comment of the Week, baby. You are going to really like this, Casper.
oh yes,
You're
this is
going to
probably
like
my
it.
favorite segment, just to be honest.
You're going to like it. But I feel like I'm gonna like your reaction. And no, he doesn't know what I'm about to show him.
I have no
But
idea.
to be honest with you, this is one of the most ignorant things I've ever seen. Okay, enough, John. Here we go.
Pruitt wasn't a good hire, but he isn't near as bad of a person as Heupel, huh? Pruitt was a good defensive coordinator and done a good job with that. Heupel was a decent offensive coordinator, but neither should have been hired as head coach of Tennessee or any other major conference program. Huh.
Now that dude, well, that person also went on to basically say, pretty much that like we shouldn't have picked up Danny White, we shouldn't have picked up Heupel. Danny White just wanted to hire his friends. They're both scumbags and yada 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 and all this stuff about how Heupel can't coach and I just asked him like, so I mean, why though? Like why what is your deal with, like, what has he done to give you any indication that he's, like,
Yeah.
for one, like, not a good person, but two, not a good coach, not a good, like, what basically, why are you saying the things that you're saying? Like, what led you to this? And his response was, well, big dog, I just ain't ever liked him, since he played at Oklahoma. Like, okay.
There it is.
So you never liked him since he played at Oklahoma.
First Bama win in how long?
That was like, yeah, but like
First
that was
Florida win in how long?
yeah.
All right, done.
I mean,
Done.
beat LSU at LSU. I mean,
Yeah.
but like what, but literally this man has created, this person has created this entire mindset around, like, he can't stand Heupel because, like, when he was at Oklahoma, and it's like, did he beat your team? I don't understand. I mean, I'm like, the man, as we've talked about, gives no craps about, being told what to do because of persuasion of money. He wears a freaking fishing shirt basically when he coaches.
He don't
Um,
shave even when they
I
tell him
mean,
to.
yeah,
I love
like,
the man.
I mean, literally, like, I mean, he's just a real dude, and he just does what he does. I mean, and he reminds me of, like, Saban and even Kirby and Steve Spurrier and all these guys, from the standpoint of, like, all he cares about is winning. He don't care about, he don't care about the pomp and circumstance and the celebrity stuff or
Oh,
none of that. He just cares about winning. But I'm like, as a Tennessee fan, and I'm not saying you should always love everybody, love the coach, but I mean, but to have such a harsh comment about somebody that's done nothing but improve our
help.
program and our lives and my health, um, I was astounded. I really was. And to be honest with you, I meant to send the clip that I had taken of the entire conversation, but I don't have it. That's
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 okay.
blocked out or whatever.
I
But
don't think I want to see any more of this. Blah, blah, blah.
so
This
I mean,
guy.
thoughts.
I mean,
I mean, what can you
Pruitt
say?
wasn't a good hire. Huh.
Well,
All
okay,
right.
so Pruitt, when we picked up Pruitt, I was kind of like,
Whatever. I mean, okay, but
who?
who cares? What are we talking about Pruitt for? He was here for like 3 minutes. He gone. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody.
Ed said, "What
Nobody. Ed, do you care that Pruitt got hired? Because I don't.
I mean,
Nice to
when
see
we
Ed.
picked him up, I was like, who? Okay, he worked for, Saban. That's cool, I guess. Like, it is whatever. But I mean, but yeah, to say, that Heupel
Yeah.
should have never been, and also Heupel was a decent offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Most
But
yards
neither
since
should have been
when?
hired.
Most touchdowns since when? Yep. All right.
Like, listen, it's
Yep.
okay from time to time for you to say that you don't watch football. Like, it's okay. I'm
Yeah.
not going to judge you.
It's okay to not watch football sometimes.
It's
It's fine.
okay.
Yeah,
Like,
it's fine.
there's nothing wrong with it. But like, why you say these ignorant things? Like, I mean, but yeah, no, I wanted to get your take. I wanted to get your reaction. But literally, your reaction was kind of like mine. I was just staring at my screen like, what?
Yeah.
Ed says, "Bye, Pruitt, Jim
Yeah,
Coach."
there it is. The gym coach. Did you
Oh,
see that he's now coaching middle school basketball?
yeah. Well,
Big
I've
Brewski?
heard PE coach. I've heard middle school
Yeah.
basketball. I mean, you
ESPN
know,
said middle school basketball, so I'm gonna go with that.
on the plus side, he's got a real good shot of getting sponsored by McDonald's.
I thought it was Chick-fil-A.
Either way, I mean, he's got the brown paper bags, but so
Yeah, he does.
so I guess I mean, and by the way, Ed, you killing it on the setup, because I mean that's something I wanted to talk about, but I'd forgot about. But yeah, I mean, you know, okay, and again, this is 100% speculative for what it's worth. keeping an eye on the time here. This is 100% speculative. However, me and T50 were talking about this, but there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, he don't ever have to work again. He don't need the money, this and that. He's a champion for going and working, at a PE teacher or basketball, whatever, this and that." There's a lot of people saying, "Well, he learned it at Bama. He knew the rules. He shouldn't have done, whatever." There's a lot of this and that. Now, for one, and again, I'm 100% spitballing here. So if you know anything, let me know, Casper. If not, then just for the record, we don't know this for a fact. But the question that I posed to T50, all these people are saying, "Oh, he's never going to have to work again anyways, all the money, yada, yada, yada." I mean, I'm pretty sure he picked up a contract extension. I don't have it in front of me right now, but I mean, are we still paying him though if he broke, the NCAA rules? You know what I mean? Like, are we even still paying him? Did we get off the hook from that? Like, I don't know. I
I'm pretty
mean,
sure we're still paying him, but I mean, here,
because I know we obviously infamously were paying Butch to work for Saban, right?
yes,
But we fired Butch just because we got sick of looking at his flat top and his, all of his corny sayings, and he didn't
brick by brick.
brick by brick, baby.
Hey, Pruitt's doing it touchdown by touchdown. Not Pruitt. Heupel, sorry, I'm by half asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we're paying him or not. Either way, though. So here's the thing.
Like, we were still
His
paying
coaching
Butch,
career's done. He didn't coach all that long, really.
No.
I mean, and here's the thing. We had a discussion earlier today, not about this podcast, about people that live to their means. And he's probably spending all the money he's making. We've had this discussion before about athletes and celebrities that unfortunately spend all their money in the early years and then, have problems. But I mean, I don't know that he has to work, no. But here's the thing. Jeremy Pruitt, in my opinion, will end up as a head coach again. I think
He'll probably land somewhere.
Yeah, it might be like, Division II, and then you slide it, but he's gonna be head coach somewhere. I mean, look, don't like him. He's not that bad.
So I mean, according to CBS Sports, Pruitt was fired as coach 2021.
Yeah.
The university fired him for cause and declined to pay nearly $13 million buyout. So, and again, that's literally the first time I looked it up. I worked on the spot here thinking about it or whatever. I just happened to think about that. But like, we were infamously paying, Butch, but however, we just fired him because we didn't want him to coach here anymore. He didn't get caught, I guess, breaking rules.
Oh, he was just a terrible coach.
Yeah. So that was one of the
probably
things
should
I
have
was
broke some
wondering.
rules that maybe wouldn't have been so bad.
Maybe, I don't know, but that was one of the things that I was wondering was like, okay, is he still caking up though? Maybe not. If he got, because if they went to him and said, "Dude, you broke NCAA rules and whatever," so, but yeah, I mean, obviously he's going to do what he's got to do to try to survive, and it's like, I mean, it's kind of funny, but obviously, like, I'm not wishing like just terrible luck on anybody. I mean, I don't think he's like a bad dude. Chances are he's probably doing what a lot of other people do. He just got caught red-handed playing a little too fast and loose, I guess. Ed says, "Do you think Bryce Young DoorDashed those Chick-fil-A bags for Pruitt?" I mean, well, he said he was doing DoorDash for a while there before NIL, so I don't know. Who knows? Ed, while we're on here, I mean, I was going to pub it towards the end again anyways, but did you hear the news about who we got coming on the podcast? I will wait for your response, but yeah, no, I don't know. Did you see that where Bryce Young basically said he, DoorDash was the original NIL? I don't know if you've seen that or not.
We can talk about NIL another night, but
yeah, no, it's
I'd rather be DoorDashing, honestly. So
that's definitely one of the things I want to bring up with our guest. So Ed, I'm gonna talk to you because
wrap up.
Yeah, this is the wrap up. But yeah, so if you missed the announcements earlier, which I mean, if you listen to the podcast, you can hear them. But so we've got Next week we're gonna have Jalen. We're gonna have Jonathan Wade. And then at some point in the near future, probably within the next week too, I'm still working on the scheduling. But we've got Chavis Smith, Sterl the Pearl, and Albert Hainsworth are all signed up to do interviews, baby. It's gonna be freaking awesome. I'm super pumped, super excited. It's like I said, we're blessed to be able to sit here and do this and have fun and stuff, and be able to just enjoy this upcoming season with some former Vol for Lifes. And we got a bunch of other people lined up as well too. I just can't acknowledge them yet because it's not official, but super excited. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If you have not already, make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe. Casper is back. We're super excited.
Yo.
I know I'll be going live Saturday night. Are you going? I think you said you're planning on.
I think I'll be around. I mean, I don't know. I might go to racetrack. Might be at home. I don't know. It's it's middle of the summer, man. Like Saturday night, if there's a race, if I can get the wifey to let me go.
I'm so pumped. So I think we're like under a month at this point.
I know.
Dude, it'll be popping. I mean, it's already starting to light back up. Like I don't have TikTok on here tonight. TikTok's where the majority of my comments and stuff come from. But last Saturday night, it was popping pretty good consistently throughout the night. But people's pumped. Ed says that's awesome. Red shirted, no red shirting. That's what I'm saying. Good to see you, Casper. See, I told you, Ed missed you.
Appreciate
I know.
it.
Ed specifically missed you, but I know everybody's asking about you, dude. But glad to have you back. We will be going live. When I say we, I mean me, but we'll be going live Saturday night, every Saturday night from pretty much here on out to the end of football season, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, baby. Make sure you go check out the Little Tangerine Show podcast page on Facebook. That is the easiest way to keep up with all the stuff. Like I said, we're going to be doing a bunch of giveaways. We're going to be bringing on some former Vol for Lives. We're going to be bringing on maybe some content creating influencer type people. We'll see. I don't know. And we're going to be doing all kinds of giveaways and stuff. I showed this earlier. I'm going to show it again. What up, Joe? I showed this earlier, but one thing I'm going to be, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I've considered giving this away. It was supposed to go on the wall. I've not put it up on the wall yet. So I have a little something by those of you that are listening to the podcast can't see what I'm holding up right now.
I've got to the Little Tangerine Show on Facebook, please.
Yeah, that's where all the details for the contest and everything is coming up. But we have a signed jersey by a former player this is authenticated. It is legit. I paid money for it. It was going to go on the wall, but then I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what, man, it'd be really cool if somebody, maybe somebody, a hardcore fan could get that, and then I might just buy another one later or something. But it was going to go in the stash, and then I got thinking, I'm like, you know what, man, let's do some giveaways and stuff. We're going to be doing weekly pick'ems, all kinds of fun stuff. It's Casper super. Joe Lee Stevens says, "Oh son, oh yeah, we're going big this year, dude. It's going to happen." So, Casper, closing thoughts.
Thanks for having me back. Appreciate it. Again, like I said, appreciate all the thoughts and prayers from everybody during this difficult time we've been going through. Glad to be back. Missed it, and looking forward to football just as much as anybody else. And hey, we're gonna get back after it.
Yep, this has been the slap together last possible minute. No,
it's been a lot of fun though. It's been fun.
It has been. It has been fun.
It's
I mean, like I said,
this will make a good podcast
because we didn't pre-record this one. I'm gonna have to really get in there and do some editing.
You just got to cut out one section.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got a little loose after you started drinking that beer, cussed a little bit more, so I'm gonna have to work that beat button.
That's all right. We got the E on it.
But yeah, no, well, like I said, either way, we're excited. We just literally we talk pretty much every day. We talk all the time regardless. But we were just talking, and I was like, "Hey man, you want to try to record an episode tonight?" And Casper's like, "No, I want to go live. I miss the people." No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, "Well, let's do it, buddy."
Not Ed.
Yeah, he's been pumped. So, Joe says, "Welcome back, buddy," and Ed says, "Night, guys. Uh, have a good Friday. Enjoy the weekend." Oh, we will. Until next time, baby. It's the Little Tangerine Show. Big Drewski, my co-host, Casper, the go-host. Super excited. Oh, and again, make sure you check out Casper's page, but make sure you follow the Little Tangerine Show. Any and all information on giveaways, upcoming stuff, promotions, all that stuff's going to be coming from there. I'm going to share some of it to the Big Drew page, but make sure you follow that page. And yeah, until next time, see you later, Ed. See you, Joe. See you, Casper. Big Drewski and Casper are out. Peace.